Comedy. My name is Bryce and I will be your comedian. Oh man, it's good to be back in the BAM studio, where everything I say is funny. Wanted to do things a little differently this time. Instead of writing my own material and putting it out there for you to enjoy it, this time I'm going to do some material that I don't know who wrote it. And nobody else knows who wrote any of it, to my knowledge. As far as I know, there is no ownership on any of this. It's all in the public domain, and so anybody can tell it. Now, I've heard several of these jokes from different places. Some of them are other comedians did them on comedy specials. Some of them just something my dad told me. This one I found on the internet today. And it goes like this. I got this anti-gravity book, 497 pages long. I read it all in one sitting. I know, I just couldn't put it down. This one I heard from Blue Collar Comedy Tour, One for the Road. At the end of the show, one of my all-time comedy heroes, Bill Engvall, told this. And they were just doing some public domain jokes. And this joke goes like this. In the 1800s, there was this military warship floating out through the ocean. And they were just floating around one day, and suddenly the lookout yelled, "Enemy ship on the horizon!" And the captain says, "Bring me my red shirt!" And they engage the enemy ship, and the battle goes on all day long, but this ship doesn't lose one single sailor. And they emerge victorious, and at the end of the battle, the lookout comes down, and he speaks with the captain, and he says, "Captain, earlier when I told you there was an enemy ship on the horizon, you told me to bring you your red shirt. Why did you want your red shirt?" "Because if in the middle of the battle I was hit and was bleeding, the soldiers would not notice the blood and they would continue to fight undistracted." Well, the next day the lookout said, 20 enemy ships on the horizon! Bring me my brown pants! My dad told me this one about little Johnny. Had to get a little Johnny. The teacher was in class one day. She was teaching the class about the word definitely. And she told them, "Now, class, the word definitely is to be used in sentences that state facts that are always true. For example, I am definitely the teacher of this class." Well, little Mary raised her hand. "The grass is definitely green." "A good try. But grass can start to die, in which case it will turn brown, so you're not quite there." And then little Billy raised his hand. "The sky is definitely blue." "Another good try, but not quite, because when it rains, it turns gray, and when nighttime comes, of course, it turns black. So not quite there. Anyone else?" And the class just sat there, stumped, until suddenly little Johnny raised his hand. And the teacher knows better than to call on little Johnny. But nobody else was raising their hand. She had to throw him a bone. "Yes, little Johnny. What do you have for us?" "First, I got a question. When I fart, is it normal if it has junk in it?" "Definitely not." "Then I have definitely pooped my pants." Eddie Murphy did this one on his special Delirious. Goes like this. A bear and a rabbit are taking a dump in the woods. And the bear looks at the rabbit and says, "Hey, rabbit, do you have a problem with poop sticking to your fur?" "Why, no, I can't say I do." So the bear picks up the rabbit, wipes his butt, and walks off. This last one my dad told me. I was probably about 14 years old. So it would have been like 8th grade, something like that. But it goes like this. There was this guy, Franklin Lancaster was his name. He was not the brightest guy. Didn't go to college, just barely made it through high school. But he owned a pet mule. Fun little interesting fact about him. Didn't work on a farm, he just had a mule as a pet. Well, Franklin decided that he wanted to be an independent adult. And he wanted to move out of his parents' house. Well, in order to do that, he had to go get a job. So he went to this department store because they were hiring for toothbrush salesmen. And he figured, well, he can do that. Any idiot can do that. So he walked in, and the manager was standing there, and two other guys were sitting in there. And the manager told them all, "Now, gentlemen, you seem like a nice, good group of men, but unfortunately, I can't keep you all. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a toothbrush selling competition. And we'll take it 1 week at a time. You'll sell toothbrushes for a week, and at the end of the week, you'll report to me on how many toothbrushes you've sold. We'll carry this competition out as long as we have to until we have the best consistent toothbrush seller." So the first week goes by, and the three men sold as many toothbrushes as they could. And then on Friday, they went back to the manager's office to report on their sales. "Well, Trevor, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?" 612. "All right, now Michael, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?" 711. "And Franklin, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?"
Well, I sold 13.
"Oh, Franklin, I'm afraid that just ain't going to do, son. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to eliminate you from the competition."
Oh, please, 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 I got a mule to feed. I need this dog. Give me another tip, please. I need another tip, please.
"All right, fine, but I expect those numbers to be up next week." Second week goes by. The men sold as many toothbrushes as they could, and they went back to the manager again on Friday to report on their sales. "Well, now, Trevor, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?" 947. "Okay. Michael, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?" 894. "All right. And Franklin, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?"
I sold 7.
"Franklin, you're going in the wrong direction, son. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to let you go."
Oh, please, please, please. I need another chance, please. I need another chance. When me and my mule gonna feed, man? We need another chance.
All right, fine. But this is your last chance. Unless you can compete with Trevor and Michael here, I'm going to have to get rid of you, son. I expect you to do better. Well, the third week goes by. The three men sold as many toothbrushes as they could, and on Friday they went back to the manager to report on their sales. "All right. Trevor, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?" 1,078. "Michael, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?" 1,109. "Franklin, I'm afraid to ask, how many toothbrushes did you sell this week?"
I sold 14,963.
14,963? Well, good Lord, Franklin, how on earth did you sell that many toothbrushes?
Oh, well, that was simple. I just gave out free pies.
Free pie? Well, how is free pie selling toothbrushes? Flashback.
Free pies! Free pies!
Well, hey, I'll take a free pie.
Oh, yes, sir. Here you go. Free pie.
Oh, God! That tastes just exactly like crap!
Yes, sir. Fresh from my mule. Like to buy a toothbrush?
That's it for this episode of End Up Comedy. Thank you so very much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you again next time.